Both U.S. and Israeli officials are assessing the extent of the damage done by U.S. airstrikes on three of Iran's most important nuclear sites. The U.S. dropped bunker-buster bombs on Fordo and Natanz, while also launching cruise missiles from submarines at Isfahan. The Fordo uranium enrichment plant is deep within a remote mountainside. Its facility is estimated to be 80 to 90 meters below the surface. Iran's foreign minister has accused the United States of betraying diplomacy and betraying negotiations. Speaking in Istanbul, Abbas Araghchi warned that the U.S. had crossed a red line in its attack on Iran's nuclear sites. He said that Tehran reserves all options to defend itself and that there would be no return to diplomacy while the country was under attack by the United States and Israel. Araghchi said he would consult with Russia on Monday. Let's listen now to more of his remarks.
The Islamic Republic of Iran condemns in the strongest terms the United States' brutal military aggression against Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities. It is an outrageous, grave, and unprecedented violation of the fundamental principles of the Charter of the United Nations and international law. The warmongering and lawless administration in Washington is solely and fully responsible for the dangerous consequences and far-reaching implications of its act of aggression. While President Trump was elected on a platform of putting an end to America's costly involvement of forever wars in our part of the world, he has betrayed not only Iran by abusing our commitment to diplomacy, but also deceived his own voters by submitting to the wishes of a wanted war criminal who has grown accustomed to exploiting the lives and wealth of American citizens to further the Israeli regime's objectives.
For more on this, we can bring in our correspondent in Tehran, Saeed Azimi. Saeed, since we last spoke, the Israeli military announced it launched a new wave of strikes with 30 jets hitting dozens of military targets across Iran. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, Catherine, we don't know the extent of damage, and even the Iranians are confirming some of the targets, denying some of them. So we have conflicting reports as we were living in this information fog ever since this war began. So regarding the Israeli attacks, we don't have very much to talk about here. But since we last spoke, the Iranian foreign minister spoke with his British and Canadian counterparts. And as you said, he was scheduled to meet Russia's Vladimir Putin on Monday for what he's called serious consultations. But it has been brought to our attention that Araghchi will be leaving Istanbul this evening. So he could be in Moscow sooner and start these consultations sooner. The Iranian ambassador to Russia said that due to the sensitive conditions that exist in the Middle East, the Iranian foreign minister has decided to leave for Moscow as soon as he can. I think we have been talking about the diplomatic aspects too much, Catherine. I spoke with a lot of people. I haven't been able to go out of the house myself because of my work, but I've spoken to a lot of people who are right now in uptown Tehran, are shopping and eating pizza and continuing life as very normal. And kids are playing in the playgrounds, and their parents are eating pizza at shopping malls. And it's very interesting and even surprising to me that life is going on over there in uptown Tehran.
Now, we've also been talking about how people are leaving Tehran. You know, they're looking for other quieter places within the country. Some are crossing the borders. We know that for a period of time there was an internet blackout. It's hard to access information there. And I saw that there's reports that maybe they're considering closing the borders. So what else is happening? What is the government telling its citizens, and how hard or easy is it to access information?
The internet blackout still continues. According to Netflix, I think 4% of the Iranians have access to global internet. and 96% are using domestic platforms, some of which have been attacked by cybersecurity hackers from Israel. So communication is very difficult. Many people cannot get in touch with their relatives. Most importantly, the Iranian diaspora who have relatives inside Iran have lost touch with their families and relatives, and it's getting increasingly hard to gain information from inside Tehran. But borders, for the record, are not closed. People are exiting through Turkish and Armenian borders, and the airspace is closed. And I know a lot of Iranians who traveled for vacation to Istanbul, to Dubai on Thursday, June 12th, before this war began, and they're now trapped over there. They cannot come back to Iran, and they're afraid that their houses might have been targeted by Israel. So the situation on the ground is not exactly excellent. And as we are speaking, the Iranians, the Tehranis actually, have gathered in Engelab Square, protesting the American attacks on Iran's nuclear sites. And the Iranian president is also amongst them. So he's right now present at Engelab Square, rallying with people.
Saeed, thank you so much for updating us there. That's France 24's Saeed Azimi in Tehran.